Greetings. Today we continue part 4 of the perishing flesh and the abiding word from the book of 1 Peter chapter 1 verses 24 and 25. I want to go back to the story of Job, which is a remarkable one in Scripture, where it gives us a glimpse into the inner workings of the spiritual warfare the Bible teaches us goes on all the time. God gave Satan permission to do any and everything to Job's flesh up to the limit of physical death. Job's flesh was tortured and much afflicted by what Satan did to him, even to the point that Job despaired to live, to the point he wished he were dead, to the point he wished he had never been born. Listen to Job 4:14. Fear came upon me and trembling, which made all my bones to shake. Job 10:11. Thou hast clothed me with skin and flesh, and hast fenced me in with bone and sinews. Job understood he had a soul and a spirit that dwelt in a physical restraint called a body. Chapter 14, verse 1, man that is born of woman is of few days and full of trouble. He cometh forth like a flower and is cut down. He fleeth also as a shadow and continueth not. Job 20 and verse 11, his bones are full of the sin of his youth, which shall lie down with him in the dust. Job 13:26, for thou writest bitter things against me, and makest me to possess the iniquities of my youth. Psalm 25, verse 7. Remember not the sins of my youth, nor my transgressions. According to thy mercy, remember thou me for thy goodness' sake, O Lord. Psalm 144 and verse 4. Man is like to vanity. His days are as a shadow that passeth away. Back to Job chapter 8, verse 9. For we are but of yesterday and know nothing, because our days upon the earth are a shadow. We could go back to the book of Genesis. In chapter 47, we find that Jacob is speaking to the Pharaoh. He says, the days of the years of my pilgrimage are 130 years. Few and evil have been the days of the years of my life, and have not attained unto the days of the years of the life of my fathers in the day of their pilgrimage. That makes reference to the fact that Abraham had lived 175 years, according to Genesis 25:7, and Isaac had lived 180 years, according to Genesis 35:28. The 39th Psalm in verse 5 says, but thou hast made my days as a handbreadth, and mine age is as nothing before thee. Verily every man at his best state is altogether vanity. We go to the New Testament, to the book of James chapter 4. Beginning at verse 13, he says, go to now, ye that say, today or tomorrow we will go into such a city and continue there a year and buy and sell and get gain. Verse 14 says, whereas you know not what shall be on the morrow. For what is your life? It is even a vapor that appeareth for a little time and then vanisheth away. For ye ought to say, if the Lord will, if the Lord is desiring, we shall live and do this